All right, let's get this thing going, man. What's up? Welcome back to Primarily Speaking. What's up, all you bookers and lookers, grammars and scammers, tubers and lubers? I am your host with the most, Mr. Wild Willer himself, your boy Prime.
Yep, and I'm Hannah Vanderbilt, baby, riding this thing out, giving you nothing but the facts.
Yes, sir, man. We coming back another episode of Primarily Speaking, and my other co-host Rex is not currently here. He may be joining us a little later. He has some stuff he had to do, so hopefully he'll jump in the conversation a little later and give his nice little spicy take on things. But in the
Taking care
meantime,
of
we're gonna go ahead and kick
business.
things.
You
Exactly. Man,
Yeah.
gotta do what he gotta do, man. I ain't never mad
Exactly.
at that, man. Today we got a great show, man. We got a lot of different little topics to go over, man. We stay keeping shit pretty crisp and clean, man. Pretty real. That's just what we do. I mean, that's just what we do, man. Primarily speaking, man. How's your week been so far, Adam?
Man, my week been pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Work coming along, knocking some things out. I'm glad the secretary
That's what's
finally
up.
back at work. I was tired of sitting at her desk. You know what I'm saying? I like my
doing his job too.
not completely, because I don't have access to the calendar like that. So, you know what I'm saying? She's still
Mm.
been working. She's been working from home, but I've been sitting at that desk. So I'm the first
Mm.
person there. My desk in the cut.
I was about to say, so you the first face they see when they walk in.
Yeah. My
I
desk in
don't
the
like
cut.
that.
I don't like that either.
I
You know
be
what I'm saying?
chilling.
My desk in the cut. My desk in the cut.
I be chilling at work. I don't really like being seen at work. I be chilling, man. I'm a computer dude, so I be all
Yeah.
damn day, man. I be chilling. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and kick things off, man. We are going to start with some random news. Random news.
All right. Hit
First
us with
off,
it.
I'm going to talk about a guy named Curtis Zimmerman from Florence, Kentucky. Apparently, he lost a few arm wrestling matches with his son. I think his son was like 15, and he got pissed and pulled out the pistol and fired off two shots in the air to try to scare his son. The report initially said he shot at his son as he was walking upstairs, but they came back and said no, he just shot in the air or whatever. But he get
Hey,
pissed for losing the arm wrestling match.
his son hurt his pride. Bad.
Now, not only that, when the police came, no boy had an I'm gonna say sort of 8 hour standoff. 8 hour standoff because he wouldn't come out the house. 8 hours, dog. He been
Hey,
standing off because he didn't come out the house.
he gotta be white.
He is white.
He gotta be,
He
dog.
is
He
white.
gotta be. He took that shit to heart, dog. He took that shit.
I'm
It
like,
sounded like he was
dog,
drinking before they did that.
Yeah, he was drinking. He was drinking. He actually what they say he was drinking in the report, man. I was like, dog, come on, dog. You that mad? You lost? You got to bust off a couple rounds?
That shit hurt their pride.
That nigga pride was real hurt, boy. Like, how would you feel, man? You don't have any sons, but how you feel your son was to overpower you or get the best of you in any situation, not just arm wrestling, basketball, whatever.
That
You know
mean
what?
that
To
mean
be
that
honest,
mean that mean that what I've been doing to push him hard to get him to that point work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's good. Yeah, you
Yeah,
raising them right. You raising them right.
and if he can finally beat me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, let's turn it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, if I can't beat him, I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm gonna have to cheat, man. Like, I can't go down with no W's. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get a W in me one way or another. Now. If you got the better me,
No.
the
I ain't gonna
last one
cheat.
I'm gonna cheat.
I ain't gonna cheat.
The last one I'm cheating.
I don't cheat. If I gotta play him hard, if we get to the point where I'm playing them hard and they just say he out there crossing me over, if we on the basketball court or whatever, shit, ain't nothing I can do with him. I just gotta go work on my game some more. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let him have his victory, but I gotta let him know I can still get the W. You know what I'm saying? I can still get my W when I need one.
Oh yeah. I feel you on
To
that.
get that, he can't be too happy about it now. Goddamn.
Hey, you always want the student to be better than the teacher.
Yeah, that's true. You always want that. But you still gotta let the students. I am the teacher. Still gotta let them know that too.
Well,
I am the
you
teacher.
know how you do that? Mentally, you have them. Mentally, you got what they don't have. So that's how you always have that on them.
Well, yeah, of course, experience and wisdom will always trump, but you still gotta physically show them that you can do it too. You still gotta do that. That's what I think.
Yeah, it is.
You don't agree. You like whatever, nigga. You don't agree. You like whatever, nigga.
Yeah, like if you
All right,
finally get me, you get me, shit.
all right, tell me your random story, man. Random news.
All right, man. So up in Bloomington, Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
out in the woods, man, they tried to lynch this man, Vo Russ Booker. I think that's his name, or the man who they were trying to lynch.
Right.
It says pretty much you can see the black man almost being lynched. You can hear the white man saying, "Get the noose." It was
that's wild.
It's 5 other white people that showed up and saved that man's life, bro.
I
If
congratulate them for that.
if they weren't there, they were gonna lynch that man, and they would have ruled that shit a homicide, bro.
You know what that made me think about? All these hangings that we've been seeing around the country. I think it's like 5 or 6 now, and it's clean to be suicide. I wonder if there's some shit like that going on. Like costing these guys, hanging them, whatever, and then just putting them out. You know what I mean? After he's been dead, they didn't hang or whatever. Then they put them out visibly in the public or whatever the case may be. That's what I think, man. For real.
Damn.
That shit wild, man. I'm glad that those 5 white people came in to help dude out because ain't no telling what would have happened to that man. You know what I'm saying? Had
no telling.
Had they not been there. That actually made me think of I've been watching Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix recently, me and the wife, and they had an episode where the guy he was in a town in I want to say it's Kansas, somewhere in the Midwest. But he went to a party that was like 45 minutes away from where they stayed, but he was the only black dude hanging with a group of white guys. They went in 2 separate cars, and they got there, and one of the few guys in one car left, but the black guy was still riding with the dudes that were there. Well, the dude he was riding with said he was gonna go to the store to get some smokes, and he left, but he got lost because this was a place they hadn't been before. He got lost. And then he was like, just tell such and such to catch a ride back with somebody else or whatever. Another guy that was there or something like that. And the dude never came home. The black dude never came home. And they ended up finding his body in a creek that was near the house. But they found his body 27 days after he came. He was reported missing. 27 days. And then in the spot where they find him, the search team that went out had already searched that area but didn't see anything. But when they allowed the family to go out and look, the family found him. The police never found him, but the family found him. You know what I'm saying?
They got rid of the body?
Somebody had him held up someplace, and then he decided to dump the body later after they realized that the police wasn't searching no more. So I think whoever did it had a connection at the police department down there. That's what I think.
Yeah. They could.
But it was an unsolved mystery. They never found whoever it was.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It is fucked up, man. This happened in 2004. 2004 was when that happened.
I gotta look that shit up, man.
Yeah, look at the Unsolved Mysteries. I forget which episode it was, but check it out, man. They got some good stories on there. Real good stories, actually.
Yeah,
check it out.
They always have something on there, man. I had one more thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, no.
So the InFact, these are the group of
InFact.
Yeah.
You have to sound that out. InFact.
All right, that's right. InFact. The Not Fucking Around Coalition.
Not Fucking Around Coalition. I like
Not
that.
Fucking Around. These are the group of legally armed African American men and women that marched on Stone Mountain on the 4th of July.
I saw that.
Yeah, they were protesting. They wanted them to get rid of the carving out of the side of Stone Mountain of the of the Southern,
Yeah,
the
that's what
Confederate
they have.
general.
Yeah, that's the largest monument that they have in the nation, right? Of a Confederate general or whatever, Confederate person.
I
Isn't that
think
right?
so. I think so.
Yeah, they wanted to put that down, and they said that's the meeting place where a lot of the they say redneck, but I don't think it's just redneck, but the Confederate
Well,
fall.
the KKK started there. They said the KKK
Yeah.
was one of the starting places for the KKK.
Yeah. So they went down there and they was like, "Yo, we out here, y'all come on out, meet us halfway."
Yeah.
But nobody show up though. From what I understand, nobody show up.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Hey,
they went out there and marched. Now, I read some other stuff in there. You know, I like to see, you know what I'm saying, from what I say, it says the guy, he's calling himself Grandmaster J. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I feel about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the Grandmaster part. Yeah, I don't like the Grandmaster shit.
Yeah, that shit sound like some old reverse KKK shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
He says the group is comprised of ex-military black people, African American people, who are very disciplined and expert shooters, and states that they believe in an eye for an eye approach, where you know they were first seen in the George Floyd protests, protecting black-owned businesses. And when asked of the solution is very simple. We follow a Declaration of Liberations, declaring every African-American descendant of slavery, political prisoner here in the United States who were affected by the Portuguese slave trade, that's when it became monetized. It was for profit at that time. Slave trade, and then after the United States has a choice, either carve us a piece of land out here. This is when it kind of threw me off. You know what I'm saying? We will take Texas and let us do our own thing, or don't stop us when we exit this body here and go somewhere where they will give us our own land and to build our own nation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. But you know what I'm saying? They lost me when it was like, we demanding that you give us land, or we would take over Texas. I was like, wait a minute, my nigga. We need a lot of motherfuckers to go ahead and take over Texas. Like, nigga, that's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, taking over Texas ain't no easy task. They running out a little bit with that. They're running out with that. But giving us land, I mean, that's what we owe, right?
Yeah,
our ancestors were owed it.
Nah, I agree with that. Give us land. You know what I'm saying? Giving us land. I agree with that. I agree.
Hell yeah, we definitely need to have that. I just watched a video right before we did this. It was a guy. I had to send it to you. A guy talking about how the Federal Housing Administration made a deal with people who were creating suburbs. That in the deeds it says that they are prohibited from selling a deed to an African American. And also in the deed, it cannot be resold to an African American or rented to an African American family. It's like it was prohibited. Like the redlining, fuck the banks. This was the Federal Housing Administration saying, don't let them niggas live out there. And we'll grant you the rights to build your subdivision wherever you want to do. Like, that's some fuck shit. This was happening in the 50s, I believe. 50s and 60s. Damn. Yeah, man. I'll send you the video later, man. That shit was interesting. It was interesting because, I mean, I knew about redlining, but this was a little step above redlining. You know what I mean?
I know about redlining, but damn, that shit, they're crazy.
That shit wild, man. Real wild, man. Yeah, but I'm fucking with the NFAC, not fucking non-coalition. I like them boys. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would actually join, but you know, I might support them boys. You know what I'm saying? For whatever.
I gotta see more, man. I can't just.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I don't never just rush into nothing, man. I gotta see more.
Well, I like what they're planning on so far. I'll say that.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see what the positive aspects, how they're gonna affect other African American groups of people who are not a part of them, you know what I'm saying, but support what they're doing. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I want to see if they're gonna, you know, saying I know they protected the black-owned businesses in Minnesota, but
Totally, yeah.
how is it gonna work around other areas and everything like that? Are we gonna be able to unite that way? I just want to see more. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they talk about building up to get more people involved so they can go take over Texas. Because taking over Texas right now, my nigga.
You leaving tomorrow, take over Texas, I'll be like, damn, I got that thing to do, man. I'm going to catch up with next go round, man.
Yeah, you know how that shit go. But, you know, ex-military members, it won't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty straight.
All right, we're going to slide over to entertainment next. Entertainment. Now, that's all you have for random, right? That's all I have.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it.
Okay. Well, entertainment. Now, I put this on entertainment because it can only be viewed as nothing but entertainment. Kanye West said he's going to run for president in 2020, which is just asinine. That's just dumb. Just dumb as fuck. And I believe he said he has a party. Oh, he's running on the birthday party. Is that right? That's the party. He's not running as a Republican. He's running under the birthday party. Nigga speechless. Yeah, you don't know what to say to that shit, is it?
You know
what the fuck?
You know what? I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying?
What?
After hearing all this and put some thoughts into this, what if this is a plan diffused by him and Trump to get him to run and to get him to get black people on this side to say, oh, I ain't fucking with Trump no more, to do some things so that he can steal votes from the other party to ensure that Trump wins. Now, with him, that's just with him.
Yeah. I hear people. I hear the rumors about the splitting the vote thing, where if he gets some black folks to vote for him, then that's less votes for Biden. But everybody who's gonna vote for Trump already gonna vote for Trump, so he'll end up winning by that decree. Because you saw with the Supreme Court, the way we talk about that later. Well, but the Supreme Court, how they said that the Electoral College has to vote with whatever the people in their state, majority of their state, voted for. They can't just decide to do something else like they could do before.
Okay.
That's a big win. That's a big win for voters because I think that
happened in the last really counts. Your vote, you know what I'm saying? Your vote really counts. But is it really going to be done that way? Is it really going to be done that way? Are you sure?
Well, I think I don't know if it's sanctions or whatever they can do to enforce it. Because, I mean, if they find that the Electoral College did not vote for what their state, the majority of their state are voting for, then I don't think that vote can count or some shit like that, or those votes can count. I don't know the details, but that's what I think.
Yeah. Well.
But, yeah, we had that. I had that, and I just think it's just asinine for Kanye West to even try this shit right now. It's like July. Why the fuck you waiting until July to say you want to run for president anyway?
Exactly.
It's 4 months left before we got to vote. That shit just makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Nah, that shit doesn't make any sense. And I don't think anyone should ever take that shit serious. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, for me, what I feel about this shit is, it just make. I have respect for him as an artist because he do make good music. You know what I mean? But doing these kind of dumb shit, man, just make me not even want to listen to his music no more, man. It's like, god damn, my nigga, what is wrong with you?
I know the feeling.
Damn, bro.
Hey.
What you got? What you got for entertainment, bro?
All right, so first off, Ray Fisher. He played Cyborg in that old trash ass Justice League movie.
Yes.
Hey,
okay.
He called out. You know they redoing that movie. They redoing it. They say they got the Snyder cut, and that shit gonna be coming out on HBO Max. You know what I'm saying? From everything that I'm hearing, that shit is gonna be pretty motherfucking good. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be better than that trash shit.
They redoing Justice League?
They're not redoing it. they doing remember it had the original director for Justice League was Zack Snyder. He had like a family issue. That's how Josh Whedon got hired. Now Ray Fisher is calling out Josh Whedon for his conduct while they were filming. Like it's been said that Josh Whedon, like he's gross. He treated the actors like trash. You know what I'm saying? I understand he was told on short notice and kind of had his, arms pulled, but bro, you can't go in there and treat nobody like they shit, like they beneath you. What's his name? Gal Gadot didn't even want to do any shoots with him because she felt like he was sexist and you know what I'm saying, maybe you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, too aggressive towards her or whatever. So shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Ray Fisher called him, but Ray Fisher is the one who called him out on the shit.
So what's this new version that Zack Snyder gonna be doing? What's this version?
It's all the parts that were cut out. Like most of the movie was refilmed. Like what we got to see was mostly refilmed. You know what I'm saying? Now he get to put out his original cut from the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's been rumors going on with Warner Brother and how they be doing their shit and everything. So I'm interested to see what it's gonna be like.
I'll watch it, but my question on that gonna be like, is it gonna be the same villain, the same ending?
No, it's all right. So that villain is not gonna look the same. Steppenwolf is not gonna look the same. He doesn't look like that. The original design for him wasn't like that. Now they're gonna have Darkseid in this movie. Darkseid was not in the last movie. Yeah.
I like it already.
The original version of the movie was supposed to be more gritty and not supposed to have no laughing ass Batman. You know your Batman don't motherfucking laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like really, man. Come on. But the other thing I got for the entertainment is T.I. He called out 50 Cent to do the the versus battle. Hey, and big up to Jadakiss. I told y'all, so I ain't say it on the show, but I told people Jadakiss, he'll kill Fabulous in a battle, man. In a versus battle. Going for hit, he'll kill him. But anyway, T.I. called out 50 Cent to do the versus battle. You know what? The pandering that they're doing back and forth and all that shit seem like is legit. You know what I'm saying? Like a marketing plow to, you know what I'm saying, to try to get attention to it. To try to bring the fans on, get people on board so they can watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
so you think they got a project
together? You know what I'm saying? Both these niggas actors. You know what I'm saying?
You think they got a project coming up?
And then maybe they got a project together. Maybe they got something that they've been working on together. But you know what I'm saying?
I personally think T.I. is going to wash 50 Cent. No, I'm not going to say wash. He's going to win over 50 Cent because 50 Cent got some hits.
No, hey, 50 Cent got a lot of hits, though. 50 Cent got a lot of hits.
T.I. got more and better hits to me. I mean, you got In the Club, and you got Many Men, you got a few real I Get Money. You got a lot of dope cuts that probably are better than some of T.I. stuff, but T.I. got more better hits than 50 got, in my opinion.
I'll say T.I. was more consistent throughout his career.
Really more. Because to me, after
to me personally, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna ride with Tip. You feel me?
What was 50 Cent's second album? What was his second album, 50 Cent?
Was it The Master?
Massacre. Yeah, after that, everything was downhill.
Curtis went hard, bro. The Curtis album was straight.
I ain't listen to the shit.
You know what I'm saying? It was straight. You know what I'm saying? 50 got a fucking growl about him. You know what I'm saying? Like something about it. He switched up his flow and I ain't like that shit. It just didn't vibe with me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. What's up, man?
I'm here. I made it.
Oh shit!
I made it, goddamn. Are we live? Can I cuss and carry on?
Live, motherfucker. We are live, Negro.
Yeah, we live.
Your ass is live, nigga.
Hey, we talking about you loud than a motherfucker, nigga. You coming here drowning everybody out and shit. Turn your stuff down.
Turn that radio down. Turn it down.
Hey, but now we talk about T.I. 50 Cent versus battle. And 50
T.I.
Cent did accept the challenge. He said, because he came out, you know, a video he posted. He posted T.I. Crime Stoppers video on his Instagram page. You know what I'm saying?
I tell
You
you,
know what I'm saying? Hey, the
Listen,
one where he
50
was
Cent
saying,
like that
hey, you know, I'm T.I., but they call me Tip. But this right here about another, a different kind of tip.
You know, that's when he was going through his gun charge shit, man. He had to do all this good community service type stuff, man.
Hey, it's just still funny though, man.
I tell y'all that shit last night, dog. He can't deal with a dude like 50 Cent, dog.
No, but T.I. posted up under that. He say, "Oh, you took the bait. All right, challenge accepted." He say, "But one thing we gonna stick to is we gonna stick to the facts." He said, "The facts is, I never told on anybody to get them incarcerated." And he said, "But 50, can you say the same thing?" You know, both of them had the rumors, bro. Both of them had the rumors. People been calling 50 Cent a rap for years. You didn't know.
I never hear that from 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Who 50 Cent right on?
Supreme. Some dude named Supreme or whatever.
Oh.
That's why him and Ja Rule was beefing. That was the real reason behind the beef or some shit like that. Some shit like that.
Oh, okay. I did not know. I don't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's when I was really digging into hip hop. Like, I wanted to know who was beefing with who, who was coming at who. You know what I'm saying? What's these subliminals these niggas dropping on these tracks? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
That's wild. That's wild. I didn't know that had happened, but I think it's gonna be an interesting battle. Rex, you missed that earlier.
Both of them got snitching rules.
I basically said that T.I. is gonna whip 50 Cent in this battle. I wholeheartedly say that.
Cause hey, when that You Don't Know Me drop, oh man, goddamn. Oh,
I keep telling y'all that dude can't be with 50 Cent in a versus battle like that, dog. Cause 50 gonna lose him. 50's a dirty nigga. He's a gorilla.
You was on a whole nother tip. They going hit for hit.
Yeah, this is song for song, man.
You don't think 50 can go with him song for song?
I say it's gonna be close, but I say T.I. is gonna win because T.I. has longevity too.
I say 50 gonna have about 10, 11 songs that gonna be neck and neck. But T.I. gonna keep on going. Keep on going.
T.I., I mean, 50 Cent got some 50 Cent got some banging ass tracks, but it's just something about T.I. dog. Hey, I was listening to the old tip last night, and I was like, man, something about that old flow, and that shit was just unstoppable, bro.
Well, you know the
I love
that dope boys in the trap
nigga. Why you call that 50 Cent? Why you
call
that Buddha? Why you call that Georgia rapper? Like somebody,
Rex. You real like choppy. Like I could barely hear you saying.
Well, I guess because this thing gotta fall down off the air. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you, but you just sound a low. When you talking loud, it sound real cloudy or whatever, congested.
Oh, okay. Y'all can hear me clear now? Is everything good?
Yeah. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
Fantastic.
You chopping up. You DJ Screw right now. You chopping the fuck up, bro.
I in the van going back to the shop, so, you know.
Oh, that's your Bluetooth. That's your Bluetooth cutting up. Ooh, God, boy, that shit is terrible. Hang up and call back. I'm about to kick your ass out, man. Hang up and call back. God damn.
Technical difficulties, people. Technical
difficulties. Yeah, man. You just call back, man. But
nigga still on. He refuses to get off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute that nigga, man. God damn, but that shit was sounding bad, Rick. You when you come back, man, maybe it sound a little bit. That shit was sounding terrible.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I think T.I. gonna definitely will definitely beat 50 Cent, man. Personally, I
You know
I
what I'm
hope they
saying?
tell us when it's gonna go down soon.
No, I hope it goes down, but I hope it goes down because I feel like this. I'm gonna be bobbing my head the whole time because both of them got songs that I like. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about that
Mm-hmm.
damn. You know what I'm saying about the damn about the You Don't Know Me, the damn Dope Boys, that
You
ASAP,
don't know.
the beat, the 24. You know what I'm saying? That damn Be Easy. That goddamn, and then you move into the King album. Oh shit, dog.
Woo.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you got I'm Serious. You got trap music. You got Urban Legend. You got
Yeah.
King. That's just 4 albums. That's only 4.
Yeah.
And you
And
got
then you know what I'm saying? You got hurt. You got hurt off of goddamn the T.I. versus T.I.P. album. And then Paper Trail really was a goddamn you know what I'm saying?
That shit was nice and lyrical.
Swagger Like Us, that nigga had a dope ass verse on there.
I like the intro to Paper Trail. The intro was dope. That nigga went in on that intro.
Hey,
that nigga he came back
he
with
been
bars.
hungry on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Then he kind of dragged off with No Mercy. You can kind of tell, you know what I'm saying? Rush. It was all right, you know what I'm saying? Then you had the damn now the other one that came out, Heavy as the Crown, that shit been right. You know, it's Trouble Man.
Trouble Man? Yeah, I like Trouble Man. But I even like Us or Nothing. That's what it's called?
Us or Else? Yeah.
Us or Else. Us or Else.
I like that switching
even though
lanes
it's a conscious type of thing, even though it's a conscious type of album, he been spitting bars on that album, man.
Well, he been consistent, though. He been consistent his whole career. So
I think it was a no-brainer. Personally, I think it was a no-brainer. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a good matchup. Kaepernick, you said Kaepernick got a deal with Disney.
Oh yeah, so Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick and Walt Disney announced partnership deal. He stated that I am excited to announce this historic partnership with Disney across all of its platforms to elevate Black and brown directors, creators, storytellers, and producers, and to inspire the youth with compelling and authentic perspectives. Kaepernick said in that statement, he says, I look forward to sharing the docuseries on my life story, in addition to many other culturally impactful projects we are developing. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I can dig that.
Like
that piggybacks off of what I was saying last week, that Anthony Mackie came out and said he was calling out Marvel for. And who Marvel falls under the umbrella of? Disney. So you already know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Plans in action. Wheels turning, baby. Go ahead and get the money burning. Shit.
I like that. I like the direction that he's doing. It's not just about him. It's about showcasing what other people had to go through or what other people are doing.
That's why I say I don't feel like he's gonna come back to football right now. Even though he's training, if nobody's calling, you know what I'm saying? I think he's fine. I ain't gonna say he's not gonna come back. I think he still wants to come back and play football. But I think the positive things that he's doing outside of that, or whatever, football is something that he loves. He loves that. You know what I'm saying? He loves football. But this other thing is taking over right now in his life, and his journey is taking him that way. So I like the path that he's on right now. Is being very fruitful, and it's being, he run the alarm. Now more people are seeing what's really going on, and they can see where he's coming from.
I dig it, man. I'm really in for whatever he's got in store. I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna champion it, share it, whatever the case may be. I just like seeing people when they make these deals. The deals aren't just about them, but showcasing the everyday person, the local people that are dealing with certain struggles or making certain triumphs for the betterment of them, their families, and their culture and community. I just like seeing people do that shit, man. That's dope. That's dope all the way around, man. Really, yeah. I look forward to seeing what comes out of that. What kind of product they bring out of that. That's dope, man. We're gonna move on to. I'm gonna bring up some politics shit, right?
Bring it up.
In this politics, I want to talk about this Epstein scandal. You have mentioned some stuff about
Oh
the
yeah.
Clintons,
So
right?
let me ask you a question. I wish Rex was on for this, but let me ask you: do you think the Clintons are the next ones to go behind bars on that Epstein list? Now I got a theory behind all this, and it's probably gonna shake the fucking room up. But
You
you know
know,
what I'm saying?
I think the way the government or whoever's in charge of now don't like the Clintons, I think they very well could end up in jail. I
You know
think
what?
so.
But this nigga has been pictured with this lady, bro. Bill Clinton. He's been pictured with
Bill
this
Clinton
lady.
did what? He did what?
Whatever the girlfriend of Epstein was.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, he's been pictured with her. You know what I'm saying? It's been rumors that they've been intimate with each other, and also,
Ooh, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Bill. That was put it past Bill.
hey, you know what I'm saying? That means, you know, he's been on that island and all shit. He denied it, but this nigga lied before. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Bill like the different.
You know what I'm saying? Your DNA all on this woman, but I never had relations with this woman. You know what I'm saying? All this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, who's to say no? But it's also rumors, you know what I'm saying, some stuff saying that Hillary might have had something to do with a lot of Haitian immigrant
Wait a minute,
children.
you said Hillary?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Continue.
Yeah. A pedophile has thirst, dog. So they gonna want to keep shit coming in.
Shit. I know Hillary. I thought Bill for sure, but I know Hillary was would have been involved. I could believe Bill, but I wouldn't.
That's why I ain't want to vote for that bitch, bro.
Oh man. You didn't want to vote for her because of the Epstein scandal?
No, because she just as fucking shady and nasty, bro. She was just
so who you vote for? Who did you vote for?
Bernie.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, as long as you ain't vote for damn Trump like that, you don't vote for Hillary. Who the fuck did you vote for, man?
Fuck that
but
shit.
that's wild. I didn't know that the Clintons. I've heard of it, but I didn't know they had that deep of a connection because, you know, of course, Epstein had met a whole plethora of people, but, you know, I didn't know that the Clintons were involved to that extent with the island itself.
All right,
that's fucked up.
Let me put this on you. So I did my research, man, because I done seen Epstein in pictures with Trump. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker got shit where he done paid people off millions of dollars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like hush money. I don't know what it is. It looks like hush money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking and I'm trying to place this dude with Epstein on his facility or whatever. But everything that I read, Trump doesn't go around Epstein. Epstein comes to wherever Trump is at. You know what I'm saying? Trump doesn't go to Epstein. He hasn't been to the island or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Epstein like Rick Company and all the other shit. But I really do think Trump is behind dropping these names. I think that he stayed away from it, but close enough to it where he could get all this information and see all this dirty shit. Because remember, this motherfucker did come out and say some shit back when he was on Oprah about the Republican Party, this, that, and the third, and all this other shit. And he said some shit about all the corrupt shit that go on in D.C. Now, what I really do believe is that he's caught up in some shit. So they are, he's dropping those names now. He's got that information, maybe holding it as an ace in the hole.
He getting them boy knocked off, so because he know if he get implicated in anything, soon as his ass out of office, he gonna be in them bracelets, bro. He gonna be in them bracelets as soon as he get out of office. He know that shit. I'm sure that he knows that shit. That's a smart move though for where he sits at, to go ahead and just put them boy on blast like that. I mean, it's a smart move. I don't think he's a smart guy, but that's a smart move. I will admit that now. That's wild as fuck, man.
Yeah.
And you think that you think Trump is behind all of that shit?
I think he got a hand in it.
I can believe that. Now you know that the old girl is in jail. Just I can't pronounce the word. Ghislaine or
Yeah,
Ghislaine Maxwell,
I know who
Epstein's
you talking
girlfriend.
about,
She in
brother.
jail,
I know you talking
and apparently they said once she got to jail, she got COVID-19 all of a sudden. You know what that mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean that bitch gonna be
Using
dead
the
by
Hendrix,
Saturday.
you know, they had some shit manufactured waiting, just injecting her. Hey, bitch, gonna get this now.
That bitch gonna be dead by Saturday, bro. She is not gonna make it out.
And you know what? Don't nobody care if she died because why? You know what I'm saying? Because
She was pedophile.
yeah, that's a dirty bitch. She the one setting these young ladies up. She's out there. She's the one
She took
that's
advantage of them
deceiving
young
them and
girls.
making think that she's their friend. And all of a sudden, they locked up in some shit that these kids ain't have no business being a part of in the first place.
Took advantage of all them young girls, man, and had them roped up in that human trafficking, sex trafficking shit, man. That's some bad. She deserved. I mean, I'm not gonna say, yeah. When you fuck with kids, man, I don't know. When you fuck around with kids, man, I don't really have a lot of remorse for anything that happened to you. But you know, fuck them. Whatever happened to her, fuck them. She hurt a lot of kids, man.
But I don't think that she's gonna go. I don't think she's gonna like. I don't think they're gonna kill her off yet. That's fucked up. I don't think they're gonna kill off. You know why I don't think they're gonna kill off yet? Because
I'm a man on why you say, man on why you say.
She's going to talk. She's going to talk.
Cause what? She gonna talk.
Oh yeah, she gonna talk.
Even more reason she gonna be dead.
No,
the same thing with Epstein. Epstein was gonna talk. Epstein was like, I ain't going down by myself. All these motherfuckers that were coming to this island doing this shit. No, out of there. If she's indicated in any kind of way that she's gonna talk, you will never hear a word.
You're right. She might be.
You will never hear a word she had to say. They gonna off that bitch.
Hey, it's too many big people. It's too many big people connected to that shit.
Too many big names, man. And without some
it might be Bill. It might be Bill, the one behind the trigger, dog.
Somebody in there.
Hey, playing the saxophone, telling everybody.
I wouldn't even doubt it, man. What else? Politics. You know, Trump is backing out of the World Health Organization. He's pulling the U.S. out with a 1-year plan. So by this time next year, we plan on being out of the World Health Organization. Now, I don't like that he's doing that. However, I do not like that the WHO was negligent. I'm gonna say negligent in how they handled being forthright with information about the origins of the COVID-19. They could have handled that a lot better. I know that the U.S. funds puts a lot of funds into WHO, and that money gets used internationally for whatever reason. Excuse me. But I don't think we need to pull out. We don't need to pull out because that's how we'll have information about the vaccines that they're creating, any kind of new information that they have surrounding it, because it's still an international thing. This isn't just a U.S. thing. We need to be in those competitions.
That's the shit that's crazy. But it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? When shit like that go on, it's like the first thought is like, man, this dude's an idiot. And then the second thought is like, okay, what information do they know that we can't find? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is up? Because there's a lot of fishy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going on? It seems like they're trying to run this shit like a dictatorship over here.
The shit didn't start here. So we need to have those communication channels internationally so that we can have the information we need to protect ourselves. You know what I mean? Because this second surge that we're going through, starting to be a motherfucker, man. You know,
this shit was already a motherfucker.
Then when it first started, it was like, don't touch shit, wear gloves, masks, you know, all this shit. Don't touch, don't be around social distance and everything. Now they scaled back on the glove thing. Mask is really the only thing that they really require. Mask and social distancing.
The glove thing, they scaling back on that. They scaling back on that glove shit because the motherfuckers don't be wearing the gloves properly. You know what I'm saying? You got your gloves touching all over everything. You ain't doing nothing but fucking passing on passages and, you know what I'm saying, other shit.
It don't make sense to wear the gloves because you still touching shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna be transferring the shit from gloves. It really doesn't make sense to wear gloves. You know what I'm saying? Washing your hands and the hand sanitizer still working, so just keep that up. But wearing the mask is helpful, man, and mandatory. I think everybody should be doing that. But my point was that we need all the information that we can get internationally so that we can continue to do the stuff we need to do to stay away from this shit, man, as much as possible. So pulling out is a bad idea, in my opinion. Bad idea.
Yeah. I'm with you on that shit. But I'm like, man, what these motherfuckers know that I don't know? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if they were holding information, and China is the one of the top supporters of the WHO, you know what I'm saying? And there's been reports that they think China is the ones that's you know what I'm saying, trying to set up for biological warfare through the WHO.
You know they done find a bubonic plague over there, right?
Man, keep that shit over there. Stop touching shit.
They done fucking find a bubonic plague over in China, man.
Yeah, stop touching shit.
That shit's scary, man. This is not the dark music, man.
Yeah?
The fuck was that? Nigga, you better stop yawning. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I worked out hard as shit today, man. God damn.
Yeah, I'm older than you, nigga. What the hell you acting like you damn 50?
Yeah, I worked out hard too, so.
No, well, we still got about 20 minutes left. So
hey, I'm cool with it. Let's keep the show rolling.
Moving on, man. Let's go ahead and jump into sports, man. Mahomes got the $503 million contract, 10-year contract.
Hold on. There's one other thing I wanted to bring up with the politics shit.
What's up? Go ahead, shoot.
Jade Simmons, she's a resident of South Carolina, launched a campaign earlier this year to run as an independent against Republican President Donald Trump and Democratic candidate Joe Biden for the upcoming election. Before appearing on the South Carolina's ballot, Simmons must first gather thousands of signatures for potential voters. She returned to the Palmetto State earlier this week with a team of 100 volunteers to help her accomplish her task. Yeah. Young African-American female.
That's all about that. Yeah, so she African-American. What's her name again?
Jade Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Look her up.
Jade Simmons.
Yeah. Hey,
don't be Jade Simmons.
Yeah, and don't be just going out there and, you know what I'm saying, vote for somebody because they're black. Look up their information, man. See if they goddamn views resonate with what your views are.
I honestly can say I don't have no intention of voting for her. However, I do applaud her her step up to say, hey, I ain't afraid to challenge. I ain't afraid to step in the ring.
You're not gonna listen to her message to see if her message resonates with the views that you want?
I'll listen to what she has to say. However,
but she gotta get the 10,000 signatures first.
However, my issue is I hate to say it like this, but she just has no chance of winning. And because she has no chance of winning, I would like my vote to count towards somebody that does have a chance at getting old boy out, because I don't want to split the vote in that manner where we funneling all these votes this direction when we know this person has no chance of winning. You know what I mean? I'd rather, now if it was more of a local type of thing, hell yeah, I'm with you. I ride with you, but being this is a national type of, it's the presidency. I'm not gonna do that for that reason. I have reservations about voting for Joe Biden, but at the same time, I feel like he has the best chance of beating Trump. So, and I wouldn't. I just don't want Trump in there.
Like shit.
I really don't care about Joe Biden, to be honest. I just don't want Trump. I would prefer Biden over Trump, lesser two evils.
Oh man, are we sure about that, Mr. Three Strikes? I'm just saying, brother.
I think for one, Joe Biden is an actual politician. You know what I'm saying? He's an actual politician that
Yeah,
understands how politics work. Trump is not a politician. He's somebody that wants to be in
Now,
charge.
I want change, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I get what you're saying, and I'm looking forward to change. But my thing is, like, man, some of the stuff he says is like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, if I ain't black, if I don't vote for you, I ain't black. Well, man, shut the fuck up with that. You know what I'm saying?
He do a lot of smart shit. I admit. It's just, I just can't. I don't know, man. I just prefer. I would rather have a politician in office than Trump because he's just a fucking idiot, man. Everything he does is for attention. Everything he says is for attention. No real traction or progress for the country itself, unless the progress is for a small group of
this
people.
Is what I have to say. This is what I have to say about that. Look at my African American. Man, get the fuck out of here.
You hear this nigga say, he gonna withdraw funding from school districts or whatever if they refuse to open.
That shit's crazy, bro. Schools are already underfunded anyway, motherfucker. What would you do that?
What kind of person would say, I'm gonna take funding away from schools? Because these kids
are thinking about these kids. I mean, these counties and, you know, states are thinking about the health of the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that some people are pushing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they really want to send the kids back to school, but COVID-19 isn't under control. You know what I'm saying? And people out here still dying from this shit. So you really want to send them back? You better get your shit together. You better come up with another program to help out these kids.
Like how you gonna penalize the people because they want to choose health over posture? Because that's all that is posture. I forget what other word is. But they just posturing for some unify y'all listen to me bullshit. Like, how you gonna punish the school system? The school system, like you said, the school system is already underfunded. How you gonna take even more money away from them? That's just dumb. Like, somebody like that, I just don't want them to argue. Anybody else is better than him, man. I'll take a fucked up politician over his stupid ass.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't like that shit, man. It's just dumb as fuck, man. All right, man. Sports.
Hit us with that good shit. Tell us about old Patty Mahomes. What is going on with it?
Patrick Mahomes has a 500. He just signed. Did he sign? He signed already, right?
You damn skippy.
The $503 million contract with 147 guaranteed or 41.
Something like that. Yeah.
Guaranteed, and the rest over time, and with I don't forget the word that they use, but great. What did you say? That's the biggest contract in sports history, right?
Yeah.
He's thinking for good deal.
Well, no. He's an NFL history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Not so that there's been a better deal.
You gotta think about baseball, brother.
You gotta think about what?
Baseball,
but has anybody had a $500 million contract in baseball?
I think so, brother. I think so. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I ain't ready to say that because baseball get paid figures. You know what I'm saying?
I think the article I read said this was the biggest contract in sports history, I think.
I know it's damn sure the biggest one in NFL history.
Yeah,
this
hell
yeah. This might change some shit right now. If he's
successful, I was reading an article that said there was a left guard or right guard that got signed a contract with the Cowboys, I believe, and at the time, this was in 2014. He had the biggest NFL contract during that time. He had to sign the best contract at the time, but then just a year or two after that, it didn't seem to be the biggest contract, and then he kind of like fucked himself over. It was a Troy Smith. No, that wasn't him. That's not me. I can't remember the dude's name. It was an offensive lineman. Was what he was. No, defensive lineman. Sorry, defensive lineman. that I cannot remember his name. But I thought, but it made me ask the question: Do you think it's a good deal?
He seemed to be a pretty solid guy. He's accurate as fuck. But you putting that much money in it, you putting that much money in a. If you look at it in the big picture, if you put it like that, hell yeah, it's a great deal because NFL players take some of the most damage, dog, on their bodies. So for him to get paid that much, that's a great fucking deal. And they just won the Super Bowl. It ain't not like his season didn't go without injury. He hurt his fucking ankle during the season. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know how bad that injury messed him up or whatever. If it had any long lasting effects on any ligaments, anything in his ankle. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, to see them get paid like that, I ain't mad at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm an owner and you looking at that picture, it's probably a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of fucking you know what I'm saying? It's probably a bad fucking deal. You know
the owner like, God damn, what the fuck I signed that?
You know what I'm saying? But if he give you even
here's the question.
years,
You think they're going back to Super Bowl? You think they're going back to Super Bowl?
Depends on what they do around him. Because I think his performance is gonna. I mean, everybody have a dip after a while, but I think his performance is gonna continue to accelerate to the top. Yeah, it's
he did good his first 2 years, man. I mean, who can do better than that the first 2 years? Well, I think Ben Roethlisberger was like the only
he wasn't the quarterback that Patty Mahomes was. Just put it like he's not the passer that Patty Mahomes is.
I don't think he's better, but I just say he had one of the better seasons as either a rookie or second-year quarterback.
Second-year quarterback, I think it was. I don't think the sophomore slump hit him like that.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing, but shit, we might not even have a fucking NFL season to watch this year, man.
Hell no.
The fucking COVID shit, man. We just might not, bro. We just might not. Now, next, want to talk about Redskins changing their name. What you think?
They should have been did that shit. Like, come on, man. Redskins, that's a derogatory term.
You hear what Trump said? They don't need to do that shit, innit?
Yeah, Trump back in says that the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins should not change their name.
That's the kind of dumb shit I'm talking about as far as a person in office. Man. Just don't fucking get with his antics. I don't get it. It just turned me off, bro. It just turned me fuck off, man.
Look,
and the NBA. Like, now, I think the NBA might not start on July 30th the way they was, man.
They already in the bubble, bro.
I don't know, man.
Players, all the players. No. Listen to what I'm saying. All the players who have tested negative are already in the bubble. They already down there.
But they got 25 players that have tested positive, right? Now,
they not down
these 25 players. These 25 players, but are these 25 players considered key players on the teams that are allowed to play for the rest of the season?
A couple of them are, not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because Brooklyn just was riddled with, but they was already at home anyway. So you gotta subtract those players from the other players too. So, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a good bit of players around the league. It's some players on that list I think that are not playing. That their team's not even gonna be there.
Man, I don't know, man. They might need to cancel that shit.
Look, what I'm telling you, they already in the boat. They already inside. They already down there because they was already making.
Because even if they wait 2 weeks, right? Who's to say that they're not going to have it after 2 weeks? They don't have any.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you get tested again. I think they got to do. I don't know what to call it. The woman that my daddy is with right now. She was saying that like when I had her son or whatever, they had to do like antibody testing and go back and do more testing or whatever. Cause like they make sure you check, you test positive, they test negative, and then they go back and test you again to make sure you test negative. And I think it's one more time, and then you should be good to go or whatever like that, or some shit like that. That she was telling me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see come July 30th what all this hubbub is gonna be about. I don't think they're gonna end up playing. I think they're gonna cancel.
I think it's gonna happen because they're already in the boat. These teams are already down there. They already down there in Orlando. They there already.
That shit won't matter. When them boys start feeling for their life, they be like, man, fuck this, I'm pulling out, man. We going back to crib,
what I'm
man.
saying though, what I'm telling you, they're already down there. And as far as like players that have it, they not there. All the players got checked to go into the bubble already. They got checked beforehand, and then they got checked again to go into the bubble. So,
but that's an assumption that ain't nobody gonna end up getting sick from now until then.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You just got to keep an eye on it. But like I said, if you're in the bubble and you ain't been going and you're not going nowhere and you're not doing anything, you know what I'm saying, and you're getting checked on a weekly basis, that's why
so
they have crazy guidelines for the bubbles where you can't be no more than 6 or no less than 6 feet apart.
Yeah, I got a question because I thought about this, right? So all the people that are coming in, being tested, full tested, they come out negative, right? So by that logic, anybody that is in the bubble is negative, correct?
Yeah, yep.
So why do they need the social distance? Why do they need to wear masks?
All right, so that's a good question. Now let's think about this. Anytime you're in the medical field, you always want to practice preventative medicine.
Right.
Whenever you got when you talk about preventative medicine, you're going to take measures to try to prevent a spread of anything. So,
right.
If someone just so happens they might they come up and they get sick inside the bubble, you're already social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
You already what?
You already social distancing. So you're limiting the what could be the effect of a spread. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Because I think they got to get tested before a game too, or some shit like that.
Well, my question is why do they need to if everybody is negative?
You preventative medicine, just in case someone does get sick. Now you have put into preventative measures to prevent a spread by keeping.
I understand it.
That's why
I understand the preventative part of it.
No,
I understand the preventative part, but like for example, if you went to an orgy and everybody got tested before the orgy, why you need condoms?
Nigga, you still gonna practice? You don't know what the motherfucker got? Fuck that shit. You still gonna practice safe sex?
If everybody got tested and came back clean, then what you need the condoms for?
Preventative measures. Hey, it's other reasons you need condoms for too, dog. Like shit, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Always practice preventative measures. You always practice.
I'm just saying, I get it. I'm just like, what's the point of everybody's good? But anyway,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if everybody good, that's easy to say, like, man, fuck that. That shit should be good. But when you think about it in the grand, you like, okay, that makes sense to keep it, exercise that. Because just in case a motherfucker decide, motherfucker might, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get him the fuck out.
A nigga calling up, everybody here gonna tell me, like, what the fuck you doing?
Hey, get him the fuck out.
My wife actually told me this, man. You know, everybody at the NBA, all them boys down there in the bubble, Disney World. But apparently the WNBA does not have such a lavish layout. You hear about this?
I want to hear this.
They staying in some city that's like 30 minutes away maybe from Orlando, and they like got them in some place called I forgot the name of the hotel. I ain't write it down. Some kind of hotel resort shit. They said the place had bed bugs and shit like that. They doing the WNBA wrong, my nigga. I think the WNBA is like, man, we not fucking playing, man. We not doing this shit. That's fucked up. I gotta look this shit up real fast. Cause they say they put the WNBA in a badass spot, living
it up.
quarters.
Hey, pass that too, because I ain't hear about that.
What is it, 2021 season? Or 2020 season. Where them boys had them at, man? Where they at? Oh, it's about, bed bugs, mouse traps, Inside Life and WNBA Bubble. They got them, the IMG Academy campus in Bradenton, Florida, is what they got them staying in.
They got them staying at the high school campus. That's one of the big high schools.
They said 2 teams had bed bugs in their living quarters and had to be placed in different rooms. Multiple players have refused boxed meals. Now they got chefs and shit down there cooking for the NBA. Them boys in the WNBA boxed meals.
No. Hey, no, they don't have chefs cooking for the NBA. No, they got like motherfucking dog, they got motherfucking food. Like they was making jokes, they were making memes about the food that they had. They got food like you would get on the 5th grade lunch tray, dog.
At the NBA?
Yeah, dog. This shit is not lavish like that. I don't believe that shit, dog. I was like, you gotta be motherfucking shitting me. They food is not lavish and laid out like that.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, they don't have it, bro. They got like the shit all packaged up like you eat on the airplane and shit.
They say they had issues with cleanliness of the housing. 2 teams had bed bugs, blah blah blah. They are in a 4-day quarantine and cannot leave their rooms and are receiving boxed meals. Many of the players refused breakfast this morning as dinner was not something they would eat. God damn.
Yeah.
They say they not only bed bugs and mouse traps.
Yeah, you said that already. I know the shit is devastating. You had to repeat the shit because you like, man, how the fuck they got these women living like this, man? That's fucking fucked up. That's fucked up. That's terrible. That's terrible. Why you doing them like that? I told you, man. Hey, people, I don't give a damn if you don't want to watch it. Just turn your TV on that shit and let it play during the WNBA game, dog. Please get them some more goddamn viewership so they get more sponsorship.
They need it, man.
God damn.
Them girls deserve it, man.
Hey,
they deserve that shit,
man. The NBA should pay them. God damn.
Let me help y'all out.
I keep hearing shit about these women making like $50,000 a year, like $100,000 a year. Like, man, she a motherfucking professional athlete. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Asia Wilson, I think she was the #1 draft pick. I think her salary was like $60,000 or some shit like that. It was nothing to go jump at. No,
that's fucking terrible.
That's fucked up, man. All right, that's cool, man. We're gonna move on. Next time we'll talk about.
I got one more for you.
Go ahead.
So you remember we said, well, we want more of our African American athletes to go to the HBCUs, right?
Right.
Thon Maker's little brother, I think that's his little brother, Makur Maker, chooses an HBCU and is recruiting for NCAA basketball. How about that, baby? I think it was Howard that he said he was going to go to.
Yeah, Howard, yeah, you're right.
Hey,
that's dope. I like it.
Hey, you get them boys on that hardwood, you start getting them basketball players over there. Them schools start getting in a little bit more funding. They start getting invited to that big dance or whatever. After a while, that shit catch on. More and more recruits, they want to go here to these schools. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the funny thing is? He gonna go to HBCU and the HBCU circuit that they gonna have to the schedule they gonna have to play. He gonna be balling on them niggas, man.
I don't know. I would say that because them niggas be good, bro. He might.
I ain't saying it ain't good.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it ain't good, but he gonna be balling on them niggas though.
Yeah.
That shit gonna look good. I'm ready for it. You know what? You know what they should have? Do they have? I don't know if they have a HBCU channel where you can watch those games? Because those games don't normally come on
So
TV.
I'm gonna tell you what's no, they usually don't. They on like other sports channels like Fox Sports South here and there. I see you.
Where?
Fox Sports South, like some other ESPN, might be on ESPNU or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find their games on national television. But when you get big recruits and they start going to these, some HBCU schools, what's going to happen is that's going to make ESPN say, hey, I want to see what's going on here with this school. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now, let's say we get it to the point, this school right here, they got North Carolina A&T competing with Duke in North Carolina for supremacy in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Now, ESPN going to have to go. They're going to have to go watch those games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we should. I wonder if that's an idea that has come up and with the thing that LeBron's trying to do. Also, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a film company or whatever that they had, him and his homeboy Maverick Carter. I think it's a filming company or something like that, or maybe a network or some shit like that. Maybe that's the thing for them. I always wonder why BET didn't show, saying HBCU football games and all that shit. They should, what I'm saying, but they don't.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Lovely. You know what I'm saying? You pick
at
least pick one game, a game of the week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or running on Saturdays where we're gonna show you HBCU football. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you HBCU basketball games and all this other stuff. Like, come on, man, give us that on the weekend. That you supposed to be black entertainment television, baby. Hey, like Nigga B say, you supposed to be black entertainment television, baby. Put us on the TV, baby. Show us live. Put us razzle, baby.
If you think about it, man, a lot of these schools that are so prominent or whatever wouldn't be shit without the black players that come to make these schools look good.
You fucking know that.
Shit without.
You know how they got us over there, though. You know how they got us over there.
You know, if Zion Williamson had none of the high-powered black players went to Duke, would anybody fucking care? I mean, this ain't 94. I mean, the late 80s when Bill Lambert and all them boys was there. It's not that. This is nowadays, man. We pretty much make college sports exciting to watch. At least as far as basketball goes. Yeah. So that's what I want.
Football too.
Anyway. Football too. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to community. So in community, man, I shared this last night, but I'm gonna talk about this again. A guy named Justin Mader, from West Virginia. He was fired for not shooting a man, and I'm gonna tell a story real fast about Justin Mader. Justin Mader, a white guy. He was a Marine, served 4 or 5 years in the Marines, got out, wanted to become a police officer, did that. And there was a guy at a home, and the guy's either sister or girlfriend, I got to read the story again, I don't remember. She called the police saying that her brother or boyfriend, whatever, she wasn't afraid that he would hurt himself, but hurt anybody else, but was afraid that he might hurt himself. So Justin Mader got this call, and he came to the location. When he got to the location, he noticed that the guy had a gun, had a pistol, but he had the pistol pointing to the ground, and he didn't feel there was a threat of any kind. So he started talking to the guy. The guy was real fidgety, acting a little erratic, and he made some comments to Justin about, man, just go ahead and shoot me or whatever the case may be. Justin kind of noticed it as a suicide by cop situation. That's what he figured out. And he told the guy, like, listen, I don't want to shoot you, man. I want to help you, man. Let's just talk, blah, blah, blah. So while he's engaging the guy, he talking to him, his backup shows up. And when the backup showed up,
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, the asshole cop, when they showed up, they immediately recognized that the guy had a gun, and they shot the dude in the head, in the back of the head at that. They shot the dude in the back of the head, killing the guy. Now, that's not even the worst part of the story. For one, the gun that he had was not loaded with a clip at all, was not loaded. But Justin was suspended. He was suspended for what they said was he put his fellow officers in danger. And then, after, I don't remember how long after the suspension, he was fired, and they said he was fired because he did not take care of the threat on the scene. And I just thought that was complete bullshit, because this was a cop, an officer that being called to a scene wanted to defuse the situation, didn't want to escalate it or take it to any extreme measures, which officers are supposed to do, de-escalate every situation. And he did his job properly, and they fired him. You know what I'm saying? Then they kill us, man, but the man didn't even have a clip in the gun. Whether they knew it or not, their position should have been to de-escalate the situation as much as possible before they resorted to any type of violent decision. So you know what I mean? I want to know. I don't know how you feel about that. I know we talked about it yesterday, but I want to get your take on camera about how you feel about that.
All right,
Since you work in the health.
All right, so you know what I'm saying, let's focus on Justin Mater. How can you fire this officer for doing exactly what he's supposed to do? That's
sad.
You know what I'm saying? That's another Chris Dorner situation. This man doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's out here serving and protecting. He noticed that this young man is trying to kill himself by police fire. He's trying to help the young man to put away his weapon and just talk to him and ease him and calm him down and find out what's really going on with this young man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then this is why I say, you know what I'm saying, like, this is a good example of a good cop doing exactly what he's supposed to do. That's why I say it is some of them out there. But then you got these other motherfuckers, they come up here, they have cop, they don't give a fuck about nobody. They ain't asking no goddamn questions. They see a weapon, but it's not pointed at the officer, it's still pointed at the fucking ground. You shoot the man, not only do you shoot him in the back of his fucking head. Why the fuck you shoot him in the back of his head? Why you shoot him in the back of his head? You know what I'm saying? How can you get rid of this officer and saying he didn't take care of the threat? I think he had the threat neutralized, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he had the threat level down where you didn't have to take the man out like that. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And back to the situation. You know what I'm saying? I know we got into this shit last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you shouldn't call 911, you shouldn't call the cops or whatever. No, it's a fucking emergency situation because, one, you don't know what this man is about to do. He has a weapon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has any previous mental health issues or nothing like that.
Wait. Hannibal, hold that thought. We have our co-host jumping back in on this conversation.
Yeah. I hope his Bluetooth goddamn work. Yeah.
I hope we have a better exchange this time. Let's go around. What's up, Rex? What happened, man? You made it back, I see.
I mean, it's been a rough night. It's been a rough night. That's all I can say.
You sound too much better, sir. So much better.
Yeah, I think that, but my my Bluetooth thing, man. I tried to be fancy while I've been working.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We jumping on the conversation, man. We actually are talking about Justin Mater from West Virginia and why him being fired was wrong. And just discussing the situation as a whole.
Yeah.
What? Damn. What was he fired for?
But wait. Before you say anything, I want Hannibal to finish what he was already saying.
All right, so I'm going to fill you in. I'll go ahead and fill you in. So we talking about the situation for last night where a young man had the weapon, but it wasn't loaded. Come to find out it was loaded. And Justin Mater is the officer who was trying to take the threat level down. But matter of fact, he had I think he probably neutralized the young man, but then the other officers came off half cop, you know, saying looking for a scratch and trying to make it hit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. And they shot the man in the back of his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I pretty much went over and said, how can you fire this officer who is doing exactly what he's supposed to do? He's serving and protecting. That's exactly what he was doing. He was protecting the young man. He was protecting him. He's trying to figure out what the young man was doing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if the man had any mental health issues or nothing like that. We don't know if it was, we don't know if the girlfriend, she said she didn't feel threatened, but she was scared he was going to hurt herself. She didn't know what to do. So she called 911, you know what I'm saying, looking for emergency help.
Yeah.
I'm going to need the police department to really, when we get this reform done, you know what I'm saying, when all of this shit get done, they really need to implement safety officers, mental health professionals to go to calls like this. And I'm gonna need the dispatchers to do a better job. You know what I'm saying? I know they heard a weapon and they sent the officer, but they also should have asked questions like, is he a mental health patient or something like that? Or does he have a doctor or anybody like that? So they know how to handle the situation. They need to start asking those type of questions. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Yeah, we don't know. Training. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if this young man had a mental health issue or not. And you know what I'm saying? And I know from experience that shit just happens sometimes, but we don't know what's going on. The man wanted to kill himself. Hell, we don't know why he wanted to kill himself. Hell, he could have found out some bad news. He could have lost his job, lost a lot of money. He could have found out he had contracted a disease or something like that. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I know the police station, the police in this reform, we need to start saying that they need to put in more safety officers, sort of like mental health professionals to handle situations like this. I can tell you that much.
I definitely think that they have that going on where they say that's a proposal that they made that moving forward they're going to put some kind of thing in place where there's a mental health professional that are available when officers get a call for those type of scenarios, and they're going to be going out on the call with them to try to de-escalate the situation and stuff like that. But Rex, I want to hear what you have to say. If you have anything to say on the topic, you kind of just jumping in mid-topic or whatever. Yeah? Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
You heard what he said?
I ain't hear nothing he said this time.
No, what damn? We said a whole lot of shit.
I tell you, man, Prime, your shit sound muffled, man. I can hear Lundy clear. Your shit sound muffled.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I don't
you
know
still
why.
On your Bluetooth?
Huh?
You got your Bluetooth on?
No, I don't. I just using the phone regular now.
I don't know why I'm muffled.
I think I can hear you a little better now.
Okay, well, we've been talking about the Justin Mader situation in West Virginia. The ex-Marine cop that showed up on the scene and was trying to de-escalate the situation, but the guy ended up getting killed, and then he was fired because the police department felt like he didn't neutralize the threat and put his fellow officers in danger.
Right, he ain't just going and kill the dude. He didn't follow protocol. That's what they upset about. And
yeah,
like Hannibal said, the young man, what's his name? Lawson? The cop's name?
We don't know what the man got killed name is.
Okay, my bad, Mader. He did what peace officers and cops really supposed to do. He did his job correctly. And the thing about it,
right.
I fired. You know, and that's fucked up because
Chris Dorner.
You must have been reading my mind, dog. I mean, them dudes get frustrated when that type of shit happens, and then you ruin their career, you know, because he did the right thing. Come on, man. I mean, something needs to just switch up. Like Hannibal said, man, they need to change their protocol, have safety officers come out, you know, that's just strictly there to protect and serve. Yeah. These police got a mindset now where they think they really at war, man, and that's crazy. You know, it's gonna get worse when it gets better.
It's unfortunate, man. Real unfortunate, man. I just thought that was an interesting story of a good cop trying to do the right thing and then being reprimanded behind a good acting. I just thought that was fucked up, man. That was just super fucked up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, cause Frank Serpico got shot in the face. And if you don't know who Frank Serpico is, go ahead Google it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to because I don't know who that is. Frank
And by the way,
I done heard the name Serpico before though.
huh?
I mean, I heard the name Serpico before. I just don't know where I heard it.
Yeah, Al Pacino played him in a movie called Serpico. He was a real police officer that got mixed up in corruption because he wouldn't take kickbacks and payments. They shot him in the face. They tried to kill him.
Yeah. The officers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So next I want to talk about was Rick. I know you're gonna have something to say about this.
Okay.
The shootings over the 4th of July weekend. You know, a lot of kids got killed and hurt over this past weekend between Chicago, New York, and Atlanta, just to name a couple of the cities. But the shootings that happened over the weekend was very disturbing to me because we're coming off, and I shouldn't even say coming off. We've been in this BLM, the Black Lives Matter movement thing going on behind since the situation happened with George Floyd and a lot of other Breonna Taylor, Elijah, damn, I forgot his last name, but all these people that have been life has been fizzled out under the hands of the police and police brutality and things like that, and how we are asking, begging, demanding fairness and just equality overall. And then motherfuckers turn around and just start shooting kids.
Dog.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Dog. Hey,
What the fuck is wrong with people where they
that's some whole ass shit,
devalue
bro.
their own race so much that in the midst of us trying to gain traction in a positive manner, they go out and just start. That's what bothers me. And I wanted to ask y'all, boy, do y'all think does this detract or retract, whatever the word is, detract from the BLM movement that we've been putting, everybody been putting together?
I think it
from you
does.
too.
I think it does because now you got people questioning and asking Black Lives Matter. Well, why aren't y'all saying anything about, these situations and whatnot? And in a way, I kind of agree. But the Black Lives Matter movement is specifically towards misconduct with police officers, basically. It doesn't cover and I don't want to say black on black crime, but crimes in the urban areas.
Black
Don't cover that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it that's so bad, when they question the Black Lives Matter, they should question themselves because we need to take care of that. That shit needs to stop. In the midst, like Prime said, in the midst of all this, trying to get equality and justice and equal rights and have cops be held accountable for doing fucked up things, we turning around and killing each other because we don't value our lives ourselves. Some of us. And that shit needs to stop.
Yeah.
All this whole entire hard thug gang fucking culture that started in the 90s, that shit need to end. All they doing is repeating the same shit that happened in the 90s. That's all the fuck they doing. And how long that been? That's 30 years ago. And they still doing the same thing. You still got niggas with their pants sagging down. They out here in the streets disrespecting females, carrying on, disrespecting adults, not showing their elders no respect and nothing like that or whatever. And they think that shit right and real. And the worst thing about it, some people in our community enable that shit because they basically man, I just so mad. I just so mad about this shit.
Take a breath, Fred. You have something to say.
Hey, they got. I mean, you got motherfuckers who you asking a lot, Rex. You ain't asking a lot. You know what I'm saying? We don't ask them enough. You got motherfuckers I done seen pull up to the gas station. They let their woman get out the car and pump the fucking gas. You got motherfuckers out here who can't even get out the car to change this goddamn woman car. You know what I'm saying? You think the motherfucker love himself? Hell fucking no, that motherfucker don't love himself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers cowards. First thing they want to do is shoot. They don't know how to stand up and fight and live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? You can give an ass whooping, you can well one, motherfucker. Like, you know, the shit all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I got this goddamn shit right here about to say. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit.
You know what I'm
saying? No, fuck this shit, dog. Like, on some real shit, man. Check this out. So, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that just about goddamn social injustice shit. If it's Black Lives Matter, goddamn, it's Black Lives Matter no matter what. That goddamn baby got killed, now. That was fucked up. That was fucked up, dog. That also fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? You got kids out here getting caught up. I'm tired of hearing about that shit. You got kids getting caught up in crossfire because the motherfucking cow want to shoot some goddamn body. Because you too pussy to goddamn go over there and fight some goddamn body, man. That shit fucked up, dog. That shit fucked up for real.
Yeah, man.
You know, when you look at that shit, and when you look at all that shit cowardice. That's what I'm calling cowardice.
Over
you know
what, too? Over what?
For nothing.
Over what?
Nothing. Over
and that's Mike. Yeah, that's Michael.
Shit stupid. You know what I'm saying? Shit's stupid.
Yeah,
but
what y'all cutting up for?
Nothing. You want to shoot some motherfucking body? You know what I'm saying? I read some shit the other day where you got them all the motherfucking shootings of black people. Motherfucker, I think only 15 Klan members been killed all these motherfucking years. Well, you want to shoot somebody, go shoot them motherfuckers. You know, so you want to shoot somebody so goddamn bad, man?
Go scout one of them.
I put a post that said not one gangbanger has shot a Ku Klux Klan member ever. No gang member has shot, but they kill plenty of niggas though. They go out there and shoot plenty of niggas quick, but they ain't quick to pull that gun on the same white man that's oppressing them and his people though. He ain't brave enough to do that. You know what I mean? He ain't man enough to do that shit. He don't have no problem killing his own. But he ain't gonna, I ain't gonna cross that line, Sir Master, so he ain't gonna do that. He's a bunch of old niggas.
I do have one thing to give it up to. I don't know where the group was from, and it's not the Impact, but it's a group that was going around. I can't remember where they're from. I want to say, I ain't even gonna say where they're from because I don't want to say the wrong thing. They were out there protecting their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They were out there policing the people in the neighborhood. Like, hey, don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know you're supposed to do that and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see more shit like that. That's what the gangs used to be. The dude, there's a dude from Atlanta. I can't remember his name. I don't know if he's an artist or just a community leader, but he got up at a press conference and he pretty much was like, for the little girl that I killed in Atlanta, he was like, man, look, whoever his big homie is, you need to put that nigga out. Like you need to cough that nigga up. Cause we need to handle this shit. Even if we gotta handle it through street justice, that's fine. But this shit needs to be handled because Parlay, that's his name. He like, it don't make no sense for that little child that had to die behind some bullshit, and y'all, these big homies out here teaching or letting they little niggas do this dumb shit in their own community. Like, you ain't no big homie of the niggas under you going out there and tearing up the community. You're not a big homie if you allowing your niggas to do that shit, man. What kind of leader are you if you allow your team to go fuck up the community, but they ain't ready to go do some shit on the other side of the fence? You know what I'm saying? You're not a real leader. We don't have enough good leaders, man. We need more niggas that's leaders in the hood that say, look, man, stop doing this dumb shit. Do better. We need more leaders in the hood, like over you want to say drug dealers, whatever the case may be. We need more leaders in that faction to tell these motherfuckers stop what the fuck you doing, and we gotta shape up, man. We gotta shape that shit up. There's not enough niggas doing that, man.
Well,
hey, remember the dope boys used to be the one to buy for the community. You know what I'm saying? The elderly person needed some food and all that shit. They used to get that shit. Don't do that shit no motherfucking more. Motherfuckers selfish. Motherfuckers selfish. Hey, when this shit became so hoish though, motherfuckers do some hoe ass shit like this. The man
90s.
Bitchified.
The transition from the 90s to the 2000s, because I'll say it, our generation failed. We failed the generation after us and showing them the proper way. And I think that's only because we didn't know until we got older, so we didn't have the knowledge to pass on. But too little, too late. You know what I'm saying? That now that next generation has the power to change the transfer to the next one, but they don't have the right guidance. You know what I'm saying? I think
a lot of our generation, they got in it. There are a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, I don't like this shit. Got the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of motherfuckers from my generation got up. Well, you know what I'm saying? We already determined that I'm not in y'all generation. So a lot of motherfuckers from my generation was like, nah, that street shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? It still was like a lot of people, a lot of motherfuckers that went and did that street shit, but more so often people was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going here, going that. You know, so that became a real obtainable goal. And people seen that it was real obtainable.
The fucked up thing is like in the 90s, we just had, unfortunately, man, we had a real fucked up mentality, man. I remember I was a senior in high school. I can't remember the dude's name, but he was 19, but legally in the 9th grade. 19 in the 9th grade. And this man, out of his words,
That's
that
No Child Left Behind act, dog.
Hey, I would never forget these words because these words stick in my brain and just make me think a different way. He said, listen, man, I ain't shit. I ain't gonna never be shit. Ain't no need for me to try to be shit. This is who I am, and that's it. Like, he was defeated. His mentality was defeated at 19. Mm-hmm. How you defeated at 19 like that?
Because
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was never hugged, never shown love. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
he was always taught to just give up.
See, and that's the thing that's unsaid and people don't speak on. You know, they don't speak on what happened in these houses with these kids. One thing I heard a long time ago is saying that always stuck in my mind now. These kids don't ask to come here. They don't pick their parents. You know, when they come here, everything's supposed to change. Them parents are supposed to sacrifice everything for that child, no matter what, because you brought that life here. You're responsible for that life. A lot of parents from the 70s through the 80s, through the 90s, up to now, have been fucking up. A lot of them. And I don't care who get mad with me by saying that, because it's the truth. I remember they crucified Bill Cosby because he said that years ago. And he basically said, y'all teaching these kids the wrong thing. He didn't say nothing wrong. He ain't try to insult nobody. Almost everybody in the black community damn near turn on Bill Cosby and been like, fuck that dude. He don't tell us what it is. But the thing about it, he been telling them the right thing. And how that's broken down. Bill Cosby been an elder. Why are these people not listening to him? You can't even, take a little time and say, damn, I might need to check myself for real. Maybe everything I'm not.
Maybe don't want to check themselves, man.
Yeah, they don't want to be held accountable. Everybody want to be perfect and thinking that they ain't doing nothing wrong. A lot of things been done wrong to kids from that era right there. From them years way back, 45 years. Just think about that. 45 years of kids just fucked up. And you can look around and see it. Look at the way they act towards each other, the way they treat themselves. It's an embarrassment. It's an absolute embarrassment. When I'm younger, I don't remember kids dying like this. Not at the hands of other kids. This shit like the city of God now. And it don't make no sense. And I'll tell you like this, Square Buzz, until we start treating each other better and showing other people that we value our lives, nobody else gonna show us no respect. We ain't gonna never get there.
I believe that. Now, that was
they gonna hate us regardless. We gotta respect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hate us regardless. They can't respect us.
Exactly, and you hit the nail on the head, Hannibal, dog. It don't matter what they do, as long as we do the right thing. We look good in the eyes of others. They ain't gonna have no choice but to respect us once we do it.
If we can stand as a unified front in some shape, form, or fashion, it don't matter what nobody else do, because we can survive together on our own in a positive way. Like, we don't necessarily need an outside faction for us to succeed. We don't need that. It's helpful, but we don't need it. Asians don't need the outside faction. Jewish people don't need that faction. But it's helpful, but they can survive without it. That's what we need to be at. We need to find a way to get there. And it's not like you say, Rex, man. Unfortunately, man, it's sad that niggas just don't see the bigger picture, man. They don't see the bigger picture. They so everybody's so selfish and just care about what I can get. What can I get out of everything and anything? it'd be sad, man. It'd be so motherfucking sad, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be so motherfucking sad, bro.
You know why?
I
Because they were taught in fear.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love that.
You talking about you said taught superiority?
Taught in fear.
In fear.
Oh, taught fear. Got you,
Yeah.
got you. Very true. Very true, man.
And you know,
Very true, y'all.
it's Hannah, we bring that up, man, because I've been thinking about that recently. Like, you know, how we've been taught when we've been younger. And I heard Chuck D on Sway in the Morning talking, and he been like, you know, one thing that black parents did a long time ago that they did wrong with the kids is keep them in fear. Have them always fearing something instead of saying, go challenge that, go take that on or whatever. A lot of kids don't get that. I'll tell you what, a lot of kids get in the house. Sometimes if they with the wrong person or whatever, they get, just like the young man Prime said, I ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit like your daddy. This, that, and the third. Blase, blase. Them type of stuff break down a dude, man. And I'll tell you, Squarebuzz, since probably about 65, black men have been targeted and just been stomped on all throughout them years, man. Them boy done made thing to make us like a laughing stock. We a joke. You know, they always making now it's dad jokes and shit. Dads used to be serious. I know y'all remember James Evans. You been gonna joke around with him? Nope. James Evans would have beat that ass. But now we ain't got no real daddies around to really legislate law like how we supposed to, and things just fucked up.
Well, I will say that I think that we are in a rare opportunity where we have a rare opportunity to capture our youth's mind and really steer them in a better way. Now, of course, it starts at home, number one. It starts at home. It starts with your kids. You have to teach your kids that, and those close to you in either the community or in the family, so that it can spread a little better. But I think we have a rare opportunity to really steer our youth in a better direction. Like, of course, I put up, like, man, we really, really got to step it up as far as this generation and teachers, the people with the wisdom and the experience to show the youngsters, listen, man, we gotta get in the trenches with them. We gotta get in the trenches and say, hey, this ain't the right way to do it, man. This is how we do it. And we need those the street soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Because most street dudes don't want to listen to a nerdy dude. They don't want to listen to him. Like, you don't live my life. You don't know what I'm going through to understand what I got to do to live, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. We need those real niggas that's in the hood, that's street, to step up and say, listen, young brother, I've been where you've been at. I've done some of the shit that you've done or doing. Here's a better way to do these things, man. You know, here's the right direction you should be going in. Here's a path you can follow. I can give you the steps. I can give you the guidelines. I can show you how doing these things can make you prosperous in some shape, form, or fashion. But we need those dudes. We need those dudes, because that shit that happened, man, over past weekend, dog, that shit is unthinkable, unspeakable. It just was completely uncalled for. It was unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Completely unnecessary. It could have been avoided. Could have really been avoided. But no, I don't even know. Shit, I don't know. It just didn't happen, man. That shit just was sad to hear about the kids, man. Like, the kids don't deserve that shit, bro.
No, they don't. And you know, now in Chicago, they got kids actually carrying other kids' caskets, though. I never thought I'd live in a time where I would hear something like that, and that shit would be true. And like, not in a movie, that shit happen in real life. Kids carrying other kids' caskets, though. Yeah.
I do not like hearing kids being hurt when adults doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit it's despicable.
What are they fighting for? I mean, I understand you're angry, but you ain't fighting the right person. You know? That shit just fool up.
It just don't make no fucking sense, bro. And then you know what, man, fuck. We gotta move on to something. We gotta move on to something. Shit.
I'm about to say
somebody. We want to sit your ass down. We sit your ass down right now.
Oh.
And I actually had to sit your ass down, all the dudes doing the shooting over the weekend, but I said what I had to say as far as that goes. I ain't want to mention no more about that shit. So I'm gonna let y'all boys say y'all got to say, but y'all sit your ass down. And Rex, I'll let you go first since you don't really get to chime in on this episode that much.
Well, I got one entity in particular that needs to sit their ass down.
Who that?
The NBA. Sit
Uh-oh.
down.
You
Sit,
missed the sports segment, man.
as of right now, 6 Brooklyn Nets players have the coronavirus, dog. 6. Now, mind you, most NBA teams only got what, 10, 12, 13 players. They got reserves. They got the bench people. Yeah, you can't send them fellas out there like that, man.
They not going out there. They were going anyway.
Listen,
they weren't going anyway.
That shit's so funny, dog, because it seemed like right after that, people, player after player, just dropping out. Them boys like, nah, I ain't going. I got to stay home with the kids. When the last time you hear NBA player really talk about he want to stay home with his kids, dog, and he ain't want to play no ball, dog.
They stay on the fuck them hoes now.
They won't get out there, dog. Listen, they dropping like flies. I think it's shameful. That the NBA and other sports leagues trying to force these young men to play, to leave their families, and put their families in danger.
It's not a force. They're doing it because they want to do it.
They doing it because they want that money.
You missed the sports section when he was talking about whether or not this shit was even going to happen, man. I said it wasn't going to happen.
I'm telling you, a lot of those players that's on that list, they on teams that's not even in the bubble. The players that's already tested, they in the bubble already.
They down there
eating that old nasty ass food.
Exactly. You see, man, if you see the conditions they living in, dog, I'd have been like, no. And that's the most insulting thing.
You should have heard about the WNBA. The boy been living in spots with bed bugs, man.
Oh yeah, I saw the video of that. Yeah.
Now the NBA players, they living pretty good.
Not too good. You need to check that story out.
I gotta go look at it. I ain't see everybody stuff. I ain't see everybody stuff.
Huh?
Have you been to Disney Resort?
No, I don't ever want to go.
Them shits is nice, bro. Them shits is nice.
Yeah, they are. They are nice as fuck.
Well, I heard some chattering from the NBA players saying these accommodations ain't up to par. So
that's your
ACT.
Them niggas losing living in nonsense.
Hey, teams on the bubble.
Oh man, that's crazy, dog.
This is resorted for families, not for fucking NBA players. That's why they were talking that shit, but you know, yeah. So that's your put your ass down the NBA.
No, that was the honorable mention, dog. Because the number one player I got on my list is Betsy DeVos.
The education, director of education.
Yes, this bitch talking about, just send them out there. We ain't worrying about no safety protocols or nothing. Send them out there. Let's get them educated.
Wow. We talked about that earlier. About how Trump trying to he talked about he going to defund or take away funding from schools if they refuse to open up for the kids in the fall. Like, who the fuck, man? Who does that? Who the hell going to take even more funding away from schools for that? That's just stupid.
That's bullshit.
Listen, I'm going to say it right here, right now, and Prime, you might get upset with me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Somebody needs to scalp him.
Wow.
Somebody needs to scalp him. Something needs to be done. He's the most evil dude. He's one of the most evil dudes I've ever heard about in the history of this world, dog. And I talking about up there with Hitler and Gaddafi and all them fellas, dog. He right up there with them boys. And that's because he wanted
to. Go ahead, finish, and hey, when you finish Hannibal, go ahead and say your sit your ass down. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. And our host leaves us again, so it's just me and you, big dog. But like I say, something need to happen to him. Something need to happen to him.
Hey, dog, that shit is. Why you gonna defund the schools? But why would you want to do that? Hey.
Because he's an asshole.
Hey, I thought the children was our future.
You know what Trump's saying? Man, fuck them kids, man. I trying to get reelected. And you know that's what he's saying, man. He's a selfish old bastard, man. Yeah, he's a selfish old bastard. But who you got for your sit your ass down? I know you got a couple of people.
I got Amon Mubarak Brown. On
Okay.
Monday, she was accused of vandalism at the Charleston 9 Memorial Park. The judge set 2 PR bonds for petty larceny and damage to personal property and property personal property. My bad. The largest charge was an attempt to burn down the Charleston 9 Memorial.
Wow.
The
That's
set
what
of the bond was $50,000.
Oh wow, man! Listen,
Yeah.
Why
So
much?
guess
Why
what?
much?
Amon
What happened?
Mubarak Brown, sit your motherfucking ass down
sit
somewhere.
down.
Oh, shit, he did. Why much? Come on, man, put me in. Put me in.
Man,
Let's
damn, you want me to go back? All right, that's the one who
No,
tried to burn
no,
down the Charleston 9.
listen.
No, I don't fucking with you, dog. That's the one who tried to burn down the Charleston 9 Memorial, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Next time, stay
yeah.
your ass
Okay.
in place.
Yeah.
That's
I had to
ignorant.
pee,
Why-
man. I had to pee. I didn't want to stop the show, man. We had a good vibe going. I didn't want to stop.
We really didn't need to know that. We really did not need to know
No,
that.
it's just put
Oh,
the
yeah.
Now
job
you know,
out there,
nigga.
though.
Now
I
you
know,
Yeah,
I
take a
know.
leak. I
I
don't give
know.
a fuck.
I had to
Listen,
piss. I had to
ladies and
piss
gentlemen,
how we
ladies
sit
and
down and
gentlemen,
piss. I had to
that's the
piss.
dynamic dysfunction you get here at Primarily Speaking. This is what the fuck we do.
That's what happens when you're drinking that day. Yeah. Had to say that.
Getting
So
down.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with everything y'all saying. Whatever y'all said, no, I agree with.
We glad you agree. We'll tell you why later.
Yeah. Because we were right, nigga.
Go ahead, you done come back now, cuz. So who you got? Who you want to sit their ass down?
Well, I told you, man. I had for my situation down. I had them fucking dudes doing all that shooting over the weekend, man.
Oh, come on now. I know you got somebody else. Somebody that push you off this week.
No, that's what I had. Other than that, it was the dude that we talked about. The Curtis Zimmerman dude that got his ass whooped by his son. On the arm wrestling, had to shoot off a couple shots.
Hey, Ray, he took that shit to heart, dog.
Wait a minute. I did not hear that one.
Yeah, he took that shit to heart. Hey, guess what? Go back and watch the show because we ain't talking about that shit again.
He got his heart snatched from him. Oh no, he took an L. See, he
lose a couple matches to his son in arm wrestling, and he got pissed, so he fired off 2 shots at his son.
That's a damn shame. Man.
And then after that, had an 8-hour standoff with the police before he returned and give himself up.
Oh, that's a white guy.
Hey,
Yeah,
what you saying, Ray?
Yeah. As soon as I heard that part, I'm like, yeah, that's a white guy. That's a white guy. I don't feel too bad now.
I said the same thing. I said he gotta be white. Yeah, he gotta be white. I don't see black dads getting mad. Now, ain't like he went out there and dunked on his ass.
We ain't gonna.
Yeah. I tell, I'm gonna ask you, Rick. I tell Hannibal, I said, man, my son beat me like that. I gotta cheat one time. To get a W. We can't just get all the W's, man. I'm gonna have to cheat one goddamn time.
Yeah,
what would you do? What would you do if you we already know Rashawn probably damn dunk on you 1 or 2 times. I already know that.
Rashawn, let me tell you something. Champion.
How did you take it when you lost to your son?
I'll tell you like this. See, you're trying to be funny, but you can ask him. I've never lost anything to my son. Not one game, not one race. And you know why? Because the last time I beat him in a long time ago, and I retired because he almost get me. I'm not having
He retired when he was 10? He retired when he was 10?
Oh, and listen, don't worry. It ain't important how old he been.
Motherfucking time.
It ain't important how old he been when I retire. All he and y'all need to know, I don't take no L's like that. That's not happening.
Hey, because if you get out there and run now, the elder statesman, you gonna come up lame.
I good for a real quick sprint. I can get away fast enough to get to home base, and that's it.
Oh shit! You sure? You're not gonna pull him up again there?
Oh, I'm sure. Please believe. And you know what? If I pull a muscle, I off all 6 because I get in the home base.
All right, man. We gonna wrap this thing up, man, because we damn sure been going for almost 2 hours, man. Final thoughts, man. Any final thoughts from y'all fellas, man? Y'all want to wrap up on?
Yeah, I got one for you. You know what I'm saying? The quote, well, not to really quote Malcolm X, just remember, symbolic victories are not what's important. So the changing of the statues and all of that, that's not important. We want economic equity and real justice. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? Remember to keep your eye on that. That's what we really want.
I like that. Lex, anything you want to chime in on? I know you didn't get the chance to participate that much, so speak to your heart's content.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, since Hannibal quoting, I'm going to quote Peter Tosh. I don't want no peace. I want equal rights and justice. That's all we want. The fact that they find just making it so difficult to say, okay, we're gonna stop them from doing this and we're gonna just do right. It's just baffling to me. I can't wrap my head around that, but that's the way they are naturally. And we just gotta keep fighting through that, you know. Another thing, do not send your kids back to school in August. It's not happening. This thing about to get worse.
No,
we already done swung. Yeah, you can't risk that, man, because the kids been able to stay in the house so far. So you gotta keep it, without a doubt. This thing getting bad, and it's gonna get way worse before it get better, man. So that's my final.
My final thoughts, man, are this. I have a lot of faith in my people and my culture. I really do believe that we can achieve the heights that we are striving for. We just got to come together. Only thing I want to say is that we have to do a better job of reaching out to the youth as far as showing them the better path and giving them guidance along the way. Not just talking to them, not just speaking towards them, but we need to speak into them. You know what I mean, and show them what it is how it is you can get to this other side of the fence, man. We have to be a little more proactive. We can't just keep doing the same thing we've been doing for the past 20 years. We got to go another level above. So, I want to do my part. I suggest everybody else do their part, man. I remember Hannibal, y'all used to do coach the football teams and show and talk to the kids like that. That's real good stuff, man. We need to do more things like that, man. I just want us to do better as far as the kids go. So to prevent the type of shit that happened over this past weekend, that really saddened me. I just want us to do better, man. I just want us to do better and come together a lot more tighter. So that's the goal for 2020 going into 2021. Unity, baby, unity. That's it. Whatever it takes to get that unity. So, in conclusion, that's it. This is
one more thing.
What's up?
Arrest them officers that killed Breonna Taylor. Let's get justice for Breonna Taylor.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They still ain't been arrested. So this has been Primarily Speaking, man. It's been a dope episode. This is a live episode. We didn't get anybody chiming in, man, but that's cool. We still enjoyed ourselves, man. We still had a good conversation. We talked about some real good stuff, man. Next week, man, we'll be back on it, man. Primarily Speaking, man. This is your boy T Prime in the building.
Hannibal Vanderbilt.
Okay, in the total package. I am the total package. I finally got here.
Whoa.
Prime, you gonna do the thing or what? You gonna do the thing?
Of course I'm gonna do the thing.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
Close it up, man. All right, man. So y'all boy catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube now. Primarily Speaking, Primerily Speaking, no spaces, underscores, or dashes. Hit us up, drop your 2 cents, man. Let us know what you think or what you got to say, man. Until next time, salute.